Hi guys, I am going to do a makeup review for you. Oh, I hope this audio works. I really do, because in my last video it was so bad. Okay. Hi guys, I hope you had a lovely week so far. For today's video, I thought I would do something makeup related because I know the struggle of being brown and finding the perfect foundation for you. And since receiving the Huda Beauty foundations, I got a lot of DMs from you guys asking me to do swatches. If you want to find out more, keep on watching. Huda Beauty sent me 3 different shades that are probably closest to my skin tone, and she sent me the exact 3 shades in a completely different product. So if you're a shade lighter than me, if you're a shade darker than me, or even if you're my shade, this video is perfect for you because I'm going to talk about the pros and cons and what I thought about the products and which product I like the best and which product I use the most. But before that, I quickly want to mention and thank you guys for your feedback. Most of you guys prefer this camera, so I'm definitely going to be using this from now onward. Thank you to everyone who left a comment and letting me know. I appreciate it so much. So this is the Faux Filter Skin Finish Foundation Stick. If you guys watch my everyday makeup routine, I'll link it in the description. I used brown sugar. I swatched it for the first time and I loved it. But then when I wore it for a few hours, it tended to get a little bit darker than my actual skin tone. If you're a shade or 2 darker than me, I highly recommend brown sugar. I'm just going to roll this stick out and show you guys how much product there actually is inside. This ranges from $44, so that's around 8,500 rupees, I think, so slightly under 9,000 rupees for anyone who wants to know about the prices. It's supposed to have a natural finish and it's also fragrance free, which I love if you're someone like me and hate your foundation smelling like perfume. These are perfect for you. This is also vegan, which is a huge plus point for me. Using products that are cruelty free and vegan is something that's so important to me. I constantly have to keep reminding myself to do a background check on these products. Whenever I use them, sometimes I tend to forget, but it's always about bettering ourselves. So I highly encourage you guys to try and take that into consideration as well. Foundation stick is set to last for 10 hours. This is also sweat proof and waterproof, and honestly this has been my go-to foundation for a very long time now. I've been using it for a few months now and I've been loving it. If you like something very natural and something that's close to your skin, I highly recommend going for this here. And also I really like the size of it. It feels like a lipstick. You can just put it in your purse and touch up, blend it out with your finger wherever you go. So this has a lot of benefits that come with it and I highly recommend it, especially if you're starting out as well. These are extremely good for you. So I've used all these foundation sticks, you guys, so hence they're a little bit messy here and there. But that's okay because I just want to show you guys the way the shades look like. This is what brown sugar looks like. Now as soon as I apply this onto my skin, it looks like a perfect match, but it did tend to oxidize on me just a little bit. So if you're a shade darker than me, I highly recommend you go for this. I love the formula. The next one that we have is Amaretti. Now this is a very yellow based foundation stick, so if you have yellow undertones in your skin, this one is perfect for you. I tend to use this most of the time. And on to the last of our foundation sticks, we have Butter Pecan. Now this has more brown tones and the slightly pinkish reddish tones that I do find in this when I wear it. So that's why I found that I was a perfect blend of Amaretti and Butter Pecan, just because on some days my skin looks more red and on other days it just looks more yellow. This is so you guys get a bit an idea of the comparison of the 2 shades. On my left we have Butter Pecan, which is more brown, more pinkish, and on my right we have Amaretti, which is more yellow based. And this retails for about $50, so that's slightly around 10,000 rupees. I received these foundations recently, so I thought I would wait for all of them to arrive before I can do a review for you guys. So this is what the leaflet looks like. It comes in with the foundation. It's called the New and Improved Faux Filter Luminous Matte Liquid Foundation. We have the beautiful Huda here as always. It's also said to be mask proof. I don't know if you guys can see it in this corner, which is what we need during these times, especially if you have a shoot or an event. It's such a struggle. So they have 39 buildable shades. It's a new and improved version. This is what the packaging looks like. I just wiped it down to show you guys. I didn't have the version previously to this, but apparently that had a very strong fragrance. So the new and improved version is fragrance free. This too is vegan. It's also 24-hour flexible wear, whereas the stick is only 10 hours. So we have 24 hours and 10 hours. So it really depends on what you want it for. I will be doing all the swatches on my arm because I want a super close-up video of how it blends out as well. Starting off with the foundation stick. This is a product that I've been using ever since I got it, so for a few months now. If you want something lightweight, everyday wear, something that's easily blendable, if you're not that great with makeup like I am, This is super easy. All you have to do is swatch it on your face and blend it out. However, I did find that blending this out with the beauty blender is tough. It doesn't blend out easily. So definitely look into getting a foundation brush. This might help you a little bit better. The beauty blender doesn't move the product smoothly along your skin, whereas the brush works so much better. And if you're afraid to order from the website, there are a lot of Instagram pages that do bring this down. I ordered some of my favorite Huda Beauty products again, and when one eyeshadow arrived here, it was 7,000 just for the shipping. Definitely take that into consideration. Contact these pages first. If you're a beauty page that sells Huda Beauty products, please leave a comment below so that people can find you. Another thing that I love about the stick foundation is that you don't need powder to set it. Just because it has the natural finish, the natural glow, setting it with powder, for some reason it just doesn't work with this product for me. I don't know if that is just me, but you definitely don't need a setting powder with this. Probably a setting spray, maybe to finish it off. So that was another positive thing that came with this, so you're not putting a lot of products onto your skin. Now jumping into the Faux Filter Liquid Foundation. What I love about this is that it's almost full coverage. I tend to use this when I have a shoot or a function. It's definitely not everyday wear for me, but if you do like full coverage on an everyday basis, I highly recommend this for you. But if you're someone who is a makeup artist, or you like doing makeup looks for fun, or if you have work related shoots, I highly recommend you get this. But also keep in mind that this foundation tends to dry super fast. You know how you dab your foundation on your hand or wherever, and then you dot it around your face and then you start blending it out. You can't do it with this foundation, because by the time you blend this side of your face out and you get onto this side, the spots have already dried in place. It's a super drying foundation, so if you're in a hurry and you just need a quick makeup look, this is perfect as well because it dries so fast. So I would recommend you guys to first put a few dabs on your beauty blender or your brush and finish one side of your face and then go on to the other, just so you don't waste foundation and it doesn't dry out, leaving your face all patchy. And you definitely need a setting powder with this one. I smile a lot, I laugh a lot, so I noticed that I definitely needed to set my face, especially under my eyes and around my smile lines. So you definitely need a loose setting powder for this one. It costs $50, that's around 10,000 rupees. There's 35 ml in this bottle, and yeah, it's a full coverage liquid foundation.
Okay, just to give you guys an idea about the consistency and the coverage of the liquid foundation, I just put one small blob onto my hand, and you see how much it's covering. It's pretty much covering my whole arm at this point, and this is in the shade Amaretti, so you really see that yellow coming out. And since this foundation is supposed to be transfer proof, I can't finish this video without doing a transfer test, so I'm pressing the tissue really hard onto my hand, and as you guys can see, that's so amazing. There's hardly any product on this tissue. Now let me try wiping the product down really hard as well to see if there's anything that comes out on it. And as you guys can see, it's a very little product again as well. I'm super impressed with the transfer test.
I'm also going to test you guys to see if you guys know the difference after the swatches on my arm. I'm going to be wearing one on one side and the other on the other, and I'm going to see if you guys can guess which one is which.
So this is what my skin looks like after I've applied the two foundations. I just want to see if you can guess it right. If you think I used the stick foundation on the left side of my face, leave a green heart, and if you think I used the stick foundation on the right hand side of my face, leave an orange heart. I just want to see if you guys can guess the difference, or if you guys can tell the difference, or whether they blend perfectly together. For me, I can see that one side has a more fuller coverage and the other side has a more skin finish. So let me know in the comments below if it's pretty obvious or if they blend seamlessly together.
So as you guys can see, with the new and improved foundation, there's not much of a color difference. Either product that you like, because as you guys can see, they're a perfect match. And I'm going to insert a clip next so you guys can see me blending out the product with the Huda Beauty brush. And you guys can also see how much lighter it is from my natural skin tone and how it actually sets and blends in with the rest of my body later on. That might be really useful for you guys as well. Let me insert the clip now. So when you apply the stick foundation, it's super smooth, super creamy, and really easy to get on. So I know the shade looks a little bit light compared to my skin tone right now, but when it dries, it tends to blend in and match perfectly. This is the brush that I received from Huda Beauty as well, and this brush works perfectly for blending out the stick foundation. Like I told you guys earlier, I found it a little bit harder with the beauty blender, so definitely look at getting a foundation brush to blend the stick out. The liquid foundation is much stickier, hence why you may need the loose powder with it. And whereas the stick, it's almost like you can just remove your hand instantly, whereas this, it feels like it sticks onto my skin just a little bit more.
We are finally onto the swatches, starting off with the stick foundation in brown sugar, followed by the liquid foundation, and then we're moving on with butter pecan. You guys will be able to see how peachy this is compared to brown sugar. And these are very easy to blend out, very creamy, very pigmented. And now for the liquid foundation in butter pecan as well. And lastly, our stick foundation in Amaretti. You guys will be able to see how yellow this is compared to the other two shades. Sorry, my vein just got in the way of my swatch there. And lastly, blending out Amaretti in the liquid foundation. So there you go guys, these are my foundation swatches for you.
I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope this video was helpful to anyone who wanted to know about the swatches. If this video did benefit you, please like and leave a comment, and please subscribe. I would really appreciate that. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of the week, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.